The Young and the Restless spoilers. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's a beautiful day to dive into the absolute madness that is Genoa City right now. Grab your coffee because we have a ton of ground to cover and the drama is off the charts today. Let's just jump right into it. So let's talk about the big casting news first because this is actually really cool. Jerry Burns is officially joining the cast of The Young and the Restless. He is stepping into Genoa City as Dr. Lawrence Markham. And his first episode is going to be Monday, June 15th. The spoilers are saying he is going to be involved in a massive multi-episode arc with Diane Jenkins Abbott, which, if you are a TV nerd like me, you know is a huge deal. Because Susan Walters and Jerry Burns were on the NBC sitcom Dear John together like 30 years ago. 30 years. And now they are reuniting on a soap opera where he is apparently playing a corrupt psychiatrist holding her hostage. Because of course he is. I mean, what a wild way to reunite with an old coworker, right? Just locking them in a room with barred windows. Normal stuff. But let's back up and look at the actual storyline because it is a mess. A glorious, stressful, chaotic mess Diane has been missing for weeks. Fans on social media have been screaming about it for what feels like an eternity. We saw her briefly during that Fairmont Crest crossover event, but in Genoa City, total ghost town. Jack is losing his mind. Cal is losing his mind. And the Genoa City police are being as useless as ever. Detective Burrow actually had the nerve to show up at the Abbott mansion and ask if Diane just packed a bag and ran away on her own. Like, really, no, Burrow, she didn't just run away. Cal had to practically yell at the guy, defending his mother's work ethic and saying she would never just abandon Jabbo or her family like that. And he's right, because she didn't run away. She was kidnapped, but the layers to this kidnapping are giving me a headache. Let's just talk about Patty Williams for a second. Yes, Patty is back. And she is completely out of her mind again. I am so exhausted by this woman, but also I can't look away. Patty is the one running this whole sinister scheme on the ground. She is the one who paid off Dr. Lawrence Markham. Tracy Abbott actually caught them, Tracy, who is honestly the absolute MVP of this entire family right now. Tracy was at the Park Cafe and she literally hid behind a pillar, like a ninja. A very polite, sweater-wearing ninja, and she watched Patty hand over a thick envelope of cash to this mysterious new doctor. Tracy heard Patty say she needed proof that everything was going exactly as they discussed. And the doctor, who we now know as Markham, was just so smug about it. He told Patty she would be very pleased with the results. And what are those results? Well, Patty shows up at the Abbott mansion to show Jack exactly what she bought with that cash. She rings the doorbell, Jack lets her in, and she shows him a photo. A photo of Diane unconscious, lying in a white padded cell. A padded cell, you guys, my jaw actually dropped. Patty stands there looking Jack dead in the eye and tells him that Diane had a severe mental breakdown. That her psyche just completely shattered and Patty, out of the goodness of her heart, supposedly found her and put her in a place where she can get the care she needs. It is so sick. It is so twisted. But then Patty drops the real bomb, the blackmail. Jack starts trying to play nice, asking her where his wife is, begging her for the location. And Patty steps right up to him and says that Diane's health is in his hands. She tells Jack that he never really loved Diane anyway. And then she demands that she and Jack need to find the magic they had on the yacht. I can't. I literally cannot process how gross that is. She is demanding that Jack sleep with her in exchange for his wife's freedom. Using his kidnapped, traumatized wife as a bargaining chip for a hookup. It's dark. It is so incredibly dark. And Jack is just standing there, realizing he is completely trapped by this delusional woman. What were the writers thinking with this yacht callback? It's so cringy, but honestly it makes perfect sense for Patty's twisted mind. She really thinks this is going to end well. Who actually believes this is going to end well? No one. Literally no one on earth thinks Jack sleeping with Patty is going to magically fix this. But let's zoom out and talk about Diane's actual situation because it is terrifying. She wakes up in this strange house. It's not the padded cell from the photo. It's like a weird, unfamiliar living room. But the doors are locked. The handle won't turn. There are bars on the windows. And she finds a stack of books written by Dr. Alan Laurent. She is completely disoriented, probably drugged. Her mind is racing. And she finds a letter opener. Good for her. Always arm yourself when you wake up in a weird soap opera hostage situation. And then Dr. Markham walks in. Jerry Burns makes his grand entrance. Oh good, you're awake. Just so casual. And Diane is terrified, but she is also Diane, so she's holding this makeshift weapon and demanding to know who he is and why she is locked up. But Markham is just so calm. He tells her to put the weapon down. He tells her she is staying there while he decides where she goes next. And then the gaslighting starts. The absolute psychological torture. He tells Diane that he found her screaming and inconsolable on the side of the road by her car. He tells her she had a massive mental breakdown, and the absolute worst part. He tells her that he called the police and he called her husband. He looks Diane in the eye and tells her that Jack agreed to this. He tells her that Jack authorized him to treat her and keep her locked away to figure out what caused her breakdown. Can you even imagine? Waking up in a locked room and a stranger telling you that your own husband signed off on it, it is brutal. Diane says she wants to go to a real clinic. She doesn't want to stay in this house for another minute. But we all know Markham isn't letting her go anywhere. He is getting paid a fortune by Patty to keep her there. But here is the thing that is making my brain hurt right now, the timeline. A few episodes ago, we literally saw Victor Newman in a mask. Victor Newman walked into a dark room where Diane was crying and terrified, and he told her he was her friend, but that he wanted revenge on Jack and the Abbott family. The spoilers said Victor kidnapped her to brainwash her. So how the hell did Patty get involved? Did Victor hand her over to Patty? Is Victor secretly funding Patty's scheme? Or did Patty somehow intercept Victor's kidnapping and move Diane to Markham's house? It's so clunky. Sometimes I feel like the writers just throw things at the wall and see what sticks. But maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe Victor realized he couldn't hold her forever without getting caught, so he used Patty as the perfect fall guy. Patty is already crazy, so if she gets caught holding Diane hostage, everyone will just blame Patty and Victor walks away clean. That actually sounds exactly like a Victor Newman move. He loves using unstable people to do his dirty work. And while Jack is busy dealing with Patty's insane sex blackmail, Victor can just sit back and watch the Abbott family implode. And Tracy. We need to talk more about Tracy because she is playing this beautifully. Tracy is not just watching from the sidelines, she's actively pressing Patty. After she catches Patty with the doctor, Tracy steps out from behind that pillar and confronts her. She tells Patty she despises her and that will never change, but Tracy is also playing mind games. Later on, she starts hinting to Patty that if Patty just brings Diane back, Jack might actually be grateful. Tracy is dangling Jack's affection like a carrot to get Patty to slip up. Tracy knows Patty is obsessed with Jack, so she's basically saying, "Hey, if you save Diane, Jack will see you in a whole new light." It is brilliant. Tracy is using Patty's own delusions against her. But you have to wonder how long this can drag out. Jack and Kyle are running out of time. Kyle is snapping at the cops. Jack is staring down Patty's insane demands. And Diane is trapped with a corrupt doctor who is feeding her lies about her own husband. The psychological torture here is off the charts. And honestly, I am here for it, even if it feels a bit chaotic and messy. So what happens next week? Jerry Burns is going to absolutely kill it in this role. I already know. He plays that creepy, calm villain so well, just that quiet menace. And seeing him and Susan Walters share scenes again is going to be a treat. But I just want to know if Jack is actually going to cave to Patty's demands. Will he actually sleep with her to save Diane? I mean, he loves Diane, but that is a massive sacrifice. And knowing Patty, even if he does it, she probably won't tell him the truth anyway. She'd just string him along forever. Because that's what Patty does. She is a black hole of need and delusion. I just keep thinking about that photo of the padded cell. Did Markham stage that? Did he drug Diane, drag her to a padded cell just to take a terrifying photo for Patty to use as blackmail, and then move her to the weird living room? It is so much effort just to mess with Jack Abbott. But then again, people in Genoa City have way too much free time and money. Anyway, I am exhausted just thinking about it. The fans on social media are losing their minds over this whole plot. We have been waiting for the payoff to Diane's disappearance, and they are definitely giving us a lot of drama. Let's just hope the execution is better than some of the other recent storylines. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. We invest so much time into this show. We just want it to make sense. We want the pieces to fit together. If Victor is the puppet master and Patty is the puppet, I need them to explain it clearly. Don't just leave us hanging with plot holes. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you excited to see Jerry Burns? Do you think Jack is going to give in to Patty? And how is Diane going to escape from Dr. Markham? Because that letter opener is only going to get her so far against a guy who has her locked behind bars. Stay tuned, because next week is going to be a wild ride.